Welcome to Sleepy Historian, where old tales whisper by candlelight, and memories gently drift into dreams. Tonight, let us journey back to a time long asleep in history. In the dense, whispering jungles of southern Mexico, beneath layers of stone, earth, and forgotten time, there rests a woman shrouded in red. Discovered in 1994 within the sacred ruins of Palenque, her tomb lay undisturbed for over 1,000 years. Her bones, dusted in brilliant cinnabar, earned her the haunting name the Red Queen. No name carved in stone, no voice recorded in glyphs, and yet her presence echoes louder than most. Was she a queen? A priestess? A mother of kings? Tonight, we journey into the heart of Maya civilization. To uncover the story of a woman whose silence speaks of power, reverence, and an eternal connection to the divine. Close your eyes, and let the jungle winds carry you back to the world of temples, rituals, and the crimson shadow of the Red Queen. In the quiet heart of the jungle, nestled within the ancient ruins of Palenque in Chiapas, Mexico, something remarkable was uncovered. It was the year 1994. A team of archaeologists, brushing away centuries of dust and mystery, made a breathtaking discovery. Inside a hidden chamber of a crumbling Maya temple, they found a tomb untouched, undisturbed by time. Within it lay the remains of a noblewoman. Her bones shimmered, cloaked in a vivid crimson powder cinnabar, also known as red mercury. Because of this striking crimson shroud, she became known as the Red Queen. Her resting place was found near the grand tomb of Pakal the Great, the most celebrated king of Palenque. That closeness raised a question. Who was she? Was she his wife, his mother, or perhaps a powerful priestess of royal blood? Whoever she was, one thing was clear: she had once held immense status. The tomb, untouched for over 1,000 years, had preserved her memory in silence. And from that moment on, a journey began. A journey to uncover her identity, to piece together the life, power, and mystery of the Red Queen of the Maya. Now, close your eyes, and imagine the flickering torchlight dancing across ancient stone, as secrets long buried begin to whisper once more. The layer of cinnabar covering the remains of the Red Queen was not merely decorative. In Maya culture, red symbolized blood, the highest expression of life, sacrifice, and rebirth. To the ancient Maya, death was not an end, but the beginning of a new cycle where the soul continued its journey in the divine realm. Covering the body in red powder expressed a wish for the deceased to be reborn in a higher form, or to be received and protected by the gods. Cinnabar was a rare and precious substance, reflecting the high level of reverence given to the one being buried. In the context of complex rituals and deep Maya beliefs, this act affirmed the sacred role and extraordinary importance of the Red Queen during her lifetime. She was not merely a person but a vivid symbol of the connection between the earthly world and the divine. When archaeologists opened the Red Queen's tomb, they uncovered exquisitely crafted and precious grave goods. The most striking object was an emerald mask, a masterpiece characteristic of Maya nobility. They also found jewelry made from various gemstones, bone needles, and intricately decorated ceramic vessels. These artifacts not only reflect the aesthetic tastes and craftsmanship of the era, but also confirm the high status of the woman interred. In Maya society, only royalty or those with important religious roles were buried with such luxurious items. Especially, the emerald mask was seen as a symbol of power and immortality, an enchanted object to help the deceased pass safely into the afterlife. These relics led scholars to hypothesize that the Red Queen was a figure of profound importance, not only within the royal family but also in Palenque's religious life. To this day, the true identity of the Red Queen remains an unsolved mystery. One of the most compelling theories suggests she may have been Zak K'uk, the mother of King Pakal the Great, who once ruled as regent and wielded immense influence during Palenque's transition of power. She was more than a queen's wife, she was a political force behind the throne, safeguarding her son's claim to power. Some researchers believe instead that the Red Queen may have been a powerful priestess, a sacred figure, who was deified after death. though no written glyphs were found in the tomb to confirm her name. The presence of ceremonial symbols and the tomb's proximity to the king's temple lend weight to the theory that she held deep societal importance. Whether queen, mother, or priestess, the Red Queen was undoubtedly a woman of great influence, one who transcended the boundaries of her time. In many ancient civilizations, the role of women was often overlooked or diminished, but the Maya were a striking exception. In Maya society, women were not confined to the household. They could hold political, religious, and ceremonial authority. Queens like Zak K'uk once ruled in their own right, even participating in high rituals and religious ceremonies. They could represent the dynasty in the absence of a king or when a son was too young to reign. The discovery of the Red Queen is a powerful testament to the influence of women in Maya culture. The richness of the tomb, the royal grave goods, and the burial rituals all affirm her elevated status and reverence. In silence and without a name, she still commands awe through layers of earth and sacred artifacts. Her power still speaks. One remarkable aspect of the Red Queen's tomb is that it contains no inscriptions, no symbols, no writings, no name. While many royal tombs in Palenque include inscriptions with titles, roles, or lineage, hers remains completely silent. This absence raises questions. Could her memory have been passed down not through language but through ritual, sacred symbols, and the divine red pigment? To the Maya, ritual and offerings often held more power than written texts. Actions could speak louder than words ever could. A name may be lost to time, but reverence lives in the striking image of a woman buried in mystical red, within the Palace of Kings. Though her identity remains unknown, the Red Queen has transcended history to become a cultural symbol. She represents the image of a powerful woman in the ancient world, one who could rule, influenced politics, and be remembered as sacred. In today's world, her discovery reminds us of the indispensable role of women in human history, even when the pages of history tried to forget them. With solemn silence and sacred imagery, the Red Queen declares that power does not require a name. She embodies endurance of voice from the past, affirming womanhood in a once brilliant civilization. Even without knowing her name, the world knows she existed and left an indelible mark. And so, the Red Queen rests, as she has for over 1,000 years, wrapped in silence, cloaked in crimson, and surrounded by questions that echo like distant jungle drums. We may never know her name. We may never read her story carved in stone. But in the sacred stillness of her tomb, through jade masks, sacred powder, and the reverence of ritual, she speaks, not in words but in presence, in power, in the timeless truth that even without a name, a woman can shape a world. She is not just a relic of the past. She is a symbol of memory, of mystery, and of the enduring strength of Maya womanhood. Now, as the torches dim and the jungle returns to quiet, let us remember her not as forgotten, but as eternal. Sleep well, and dream of temples, stars, and the Crimson Queen who still watches from beyond. Tonight's story comes to a close. If your eyes have gently shut, then I wish you a deep, peaceful sleep, until we meet again in the next dream.